She looked me in the eye and said, "It's just dinner with my ex." I nodded, let her go, and made plans of my own. They say trust is the foundation of a strong relationship. But what happens when that trust becomes a tool not for closeness but for cover? My name's Liam. I'm 30, work in logistics, and make around $90K a year. I'd been seeing Samantha for 6 months. She was 27, a marketing executive, driven and always on the move. From the start, she struck me as smart, ambitious, and social. She told me her line of work required constant networking, events, calls, dinners, and I accepted it. What I didn't expect was the shadow of her ex, Derek, hovering over everything. They had been together for 3 years and split 8 months before we met. She claimed they were still on good terms because of mutual connections and overlapping industries. I tried to be open-minded. I told myself that adults could maintain respectful, professional boundaries with exes. But Samantha didn't seem to understand the word boundaries at all. Derek messaged her at odd hours. They had late-night work calls and attended events where, more often than not, they'd spend the entire evening together. I'd sit at home while my girlfriend played catch-up with the man she used to live with. When I expressed how uneasy it made me, she'd turn it around on me, accusing me of being insecure and controlling. She'd throw out phrases like, "If you can't handle me having male colleagues, maybe you're not ready for a real relationship." Classic deflection. And for a while, I let it slide. I wanted to believe she was being honest. Until one Monday night changed everything. We were watching TV when she casually said she had dinner plans Wednesday with Derek at that new, trendy restaurant downtown. "He wants to try it," she said. "It's close to both our offices. Should be quick." I asked what time to be ready, trying to play it cool. She laughed, dismissive, not amused. "Oh, you're not coming. It's just Derek and me. Business dinner." That wasn't a red flag. That was a full-blown alarm. I told her flat out that I wasn't okay with her having dinner alone with her ex at a romantic restaurant. "That's not networking," I said. "That's a date." Her eyes narrowed. "It's not a date, Liam. It's a professional meeting. Stop being so possessive." There it was. Possessive. Another word used to shut down my concerns. That night, I made up my mind. If she was determined to play this off as harmless, I wasn't going to just sit home like a fool. The next day, I reached out to Natalie. We had dated casually before Samantha, stayed on good terms, occasionally exchanged book recommendations or memes. She worked in finance, sharp dresser, confident, no nonsense. I sent her a message. "Hey Nat, I know it's short notice, but are you free tomorrow night? There's this new place I've been wanting to try. Could be fun." She replied, "Is this a dinner or a date?" "Let's call it dinner," I said. "We'll figure out the rest later." She agreed. Wednesday night rolled in. Samantha spent over an hour getting ready, perfect makeup, bold lipstick, a low-cut top beneath a sleek blazer. Her perfume hung in the hallway long after she left. "Enjoy your business meeting," I said as she walked out the door. "It's a professional opportunity, Liam. Don't make a scene." "I won't," I said. "Go close that deal." She left at 6:30. I picked up Natalie at 7. By 7:45, we were seated at the same restaurant, tucked into a corner booth with low lighting and a quiet buzz. About 10 minutes in, I saw Samantha and Derek. They were seated by the window, laughing, leaning in close, touching arms in that too familiar way. I didn't react, but Natalie followed my gaze. "That them?" I nodded. 6 months of networking. Apparently. She raised a brow. "Want to make this fun? What did you have in mind?" "Let's show them how two people actually enjoy dinner together." We relaxed into it. Talked, joked, shared stories. Nothing forced. Just two people being present with each other. About half an hour in, Samantha noticed us. Her face went through several shades. Surprise, confusion, and then clear discomfort. She leaned toward Derek, whispering something. He glanced over. Moments later, my phone buzzed. "Why are you here?" I showed it to Natalie. Should I reply? Be honest. Just having dinner. Great place. With who? Natalie. You remember her. Long pause. This is inappropriate. Why? You said dinner with friends is normal. No response. She disappeared into the restroom for a while. When she returned, her eyes were red. Derek looked visibly uncomfortable. At 9:15, he asked for the check. As they walked past our table, Samantha stopped. We need to talk. About what? This. I'm having dinner with a friend. Just like you. It's not the same and you know it. No, it's not. My friend doesn't think I'm single. Derek turned, confused. Everything okay? Yeah, she said, avoiding his eyes. Just someone from work. They left quietly. The next morning, my phone lit up. You blindsided me. I made a reservation. I had dinner. You just didn't expect me to be there. You embarrassed me in front of Derek. Why would you be embarrassed if everything you told him was true? What did you tell him about us? That's when she broke. That we're dating, but not exclusive. There it was. While she told me I was controlling, she was telling him she was single. All in the name of keeping things professional. I was just trying to be smart about my career, she said. It's complicated. No, it's dishonest. I ended the call and blocked her. 6 weeks later, it all came full circle. Word got around. Derek found out she had misled him. That the relationship she claimed was over was actually ongoing. He cut her off completely, both personally and professionally. Her name started carrying a quiet warning in their industry. Trust doesn't recover easily in small, connected circles. As for Natalie and me, we kept seeing each other. Not as some revenge ploy, just something genuine that grew from a night of clarity. Samantha? She tried reaching out through mutual friends. Apologies. Regrets. The usual. But the damage was done. You can't build a relationship on blurred lines and half-truths. And you definitely can't use networking as a disguise for emotional betrayal. Sometimes, the best closure is simply letting the truth show up uninvited, while the lies try to crawl out the back.